media but forget books. Hello and welcome to the Smart Speakers Academy. My name is Loveling, Executive Secretary at the Smart Speakers Academy, and I'll be taking today's live because Coach Grace is absent. And if you know anything about this academy, when Coach Grace is absent, you just know that something is cooking. Tomorrow's course is going to be on fire, literally. So if you have not registered for the Healing from Reading Trauma course, this is your sign. Details are in the caption below. Tell somebody to tell somebody. Don't be here alone. Share this live right now. Like the video, subscribe, drop in the comments. I'm retraining my brain because today we are not condemning ourselves. We are understanding ourselves. Remember, today's topic is why your brain remembers social media but forgets books. Hi everybody, welcome to today's live session. Remember, we go live on Mondays to Fridays, 1 p.m. So let's start here. Your brain did not become lazy. It did not lose intelligence. It just adapted. And this is not a discipline problem. It is an adaptation problem. The brain is a survival organ, not a mortality organ. It doesn't choose what's good. It chooses what's safe and rewarding. And the brain constantly optimizes for reward efficiency. Dopamine is not just released by pleasure. It is released by anticipation of quick reward. Hi, hello Grace, I see you. Hi Ivy, welcome. Don't forget to share this link. Don't be here alone. Now let's think about this. Social media delivers reward every 1 to 3 seconds. Your likes, your movements, your novelty, new information, new faces, new drama. The average user encounters hundreds of micro rewards per hour. But a book may offer one delayed reward every 10 to 30 minutes. So your brain says, why work harder for less immediate reward? And it chooses the easier loop. Proverbs 14 verse 12 says, there's a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. What feels easy isn't always life-giving, but the brain will still choose it unless it is retrained. Social media trains your brain for speed. That's fast processing, no depth, for novelty, constant new stimuli, dopamine spikes, unpredictable rewards, and short wins, completion without effort. While books require sustained attention, working memory, emotional patience, delayed gratifications, and attention span studies shows that it has dropped from about 12 seconds to 8 seconds in the digital age. Deep reading activates the prefrontal cortex and hippocampus, the areas responsible for reasoning and memory. But those areas shut down under stress. Romans 12 verse 2 says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Renewing means retraining, not condemning, not shaming, retraining. If this is making sense, I'd like to see you type renew in the comment section. Let me know you're following me. Please, let's not be dull today because Grace is watching us. So the hidden reward loop, hijacking your focus. Let's expose this loop. Q. The Q is boredom, stress, and discomfort. Then to the action, which is scrolling. Then to reward, dopamine plus relief, and then reinforcement. Oh, this works. Let's do it again. Over time, scrolling becomes safety. Reading becomes effort. And the brain links effort with pressure. Variable reward system, the kind used by social media apps, are the most addictive learning mechanisms in neuroscience. Same category as gambling. Now, 1 Corinthians 6 verse 12 says, I will not be mastered by anything. This isn't sin language. It's mastery language. Who is training whom? Are you training your brain or is your environment training it? Let's pause and think. I'd like to see in the comment section. Are you training your brain or is your environment training it? Now this is important. The brain cannot learn deeply when it feels unsafe. Pressure triggers cortisol. The amygdala, your threat center, activates, and memory formation reduces. High stress can reduce retention by up to 40%. So when you say, I must finish this, I should be smarter, why am I slow? Your brain hears danger. 2 Timothy verse 17 says, for God has not given us a spirit of fear. Fear includes performance fear, not just physical danger. If reading feels like pressure, your brain checks out. Not rebellion, protection. And discipline works on behavior, but trauma lives in association. If reading equals stress, discipline may start the book, but safety is required to stay. The brain avoids what feels threatening, even if it's beneficial. Matthew chapter 11 verse 28 to 30 says, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. If your reading method feels crushing, it's misaligned. And that's why forcing doesn't fix it. When safety returns, dopamine attaches to reading again. Memory consolidation improves. Completion becomes natural again. Enjoyable learning increases retention by 2 times or even 3 times compared to forced learning. Psalms 127 verse 2 says, he gives his beloved sleep. Rest is not laziness, it's a learning strategy. When reading feels safe, focus returns, curiosity replaces dread, memory sticks, reading becomes relational, not transactional. And here at the Smart Speakers Academy, we are not forcing reading. We are repairing the relationship, which is what the Healing from Reading Trauma course is. Check the caption below to see it. Like I said, this is why the Healing from Reading Trauma course exists. Not speed reading, not productivity guilt, not pressure, safety-based retraining. The class starts tomorrow by 8 p.m. and it's online. If you want replay access, it's going to be 35,000 naira. So you can just book your slot right now for just 9,999 naira. The details will be in the caption below, or you can check our social media handles for it. And don't forget that you also get a 5-in-1 healing bundle worth 35,000 naira for free when you join the class. In 24 hours, it's going to return back to that price. This class happens once yearly. If you miss this, you have to wait till next year, January. And let me say this clearly. If you stay stuck after today, it won't be because you didn't know. It will be because you didn't act. Tell somebody to tell somebody. Share this live. Tag your serious friends. Tag your fellow busy professionals. Tag the ones that buy books and never finishes them. Don't be here alone. You like, subscribe, turn on your notification, because here at the Smart Speakers Academy, we don't just read books, we rebuild minds. Sorry about that. We had a network glitch. Now, free someone right now. You're not broken. You're not unserious. You're not spiritually weak. You're not intellectually inferior. Your brain adapted to survive your environment. If you feed your brain speed, it will optimize for speed. If you feed it noise, it will normalize noise. If you feed it depth, it will grow depth. Your brain always becomes what it practices. So the real question is not, why am I like this? The real question is, what have I been training? Type in the comment section, I can retrain. I'd like to see it in the comment section. I can retrain. And let's be honest, if you don't retrain your brain, your focus will continue shrinking. Your depth of thought will reduce. Your conversation will become surface level. Your confidence will quietly drop. Because confidence is built on retrained knowledge. You can't speak powerfully about what you don't remember. You can't lead with insights if your mind is constantly fragmented. And this is not just about books. This is about identity. Readers lead. Deep thinkers dominate rooms. Structured minds build wealth. So this is not a reading problem. This is a future problem. And that's why we're not joking about tomorrow. Let me say something gently. Romans 12, I believe I've said this before, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Transformation does not happen by accident. It happens by renewal. Renewal means intentional rewiring. And in today's world, if you are not intentional, you will be programmed. So the question again becomes, are you renewing your mind, or is social media renewing it for you? That's not condemnation, that's awareness. Let me give you something practical before we close. If you want to start retraining your brain again, don't start with 1 hour reading. Just start with 10 minutes of relaxed reading. No pressure, no performance, no time anxiety. Read slowly. Underline one idea, close the book, reflect. That reflection window is what builds retention. But even this will not fully work if you don't fix the emotional association. And that's what we are doing in the course. We are rebuilding the emotional environment around reading. The early bird discount is just 999 naira. Again, in 24 hours, it returns back to 35,500 naira. This class happens once a year. So if you leave this live inspired, but don't take action, nothing changes. Motivation without structure expires in 48 hours. So don't just feel enlightened, enroll. The link is right there in our bio. Account details will be displayed on the screen. You send proof to the numbers displayed on your screen. Join the community. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. we begin. Tag someone, share this live, like, subscribe, don't go scroll, because we are not forcing reading. We are repairing the relationship. And when the relationship heals, memory returns, focus returns, confidence returns. And when Coach Grace comes back and sees this replay, she will know indeed something was cooking. My name is Loveline, and tomorrow we'll retrain your growth. See you tomorrow at the Healing from Reading Trauma course. Don't miss it. Be there. Come along with your fellow busy professionals. See you tomorrow. This is the Smart World.